It is my hope and prayer that Department of Corrections does not let this man out until he's dead. It is my hope and prayer that the Department of Corrections does not let this man out until he's dead. That's what the judge said to me when he sentenced me to 33 1/3 to life. When he said these words, I lost all hope. Even today, the judge's words stir up a lot of emotions inside of me. So you can only imagine what it did to me when I first heard them 25 years ago. My name is Hector J. Roman, and I've been incarcerated since I was 16 years old. I grew up with the New York Department of Corrections, a place full of violence and negativity. And over the years, the judge's words resonated in my head like the slamming of a cell door. See, rewind back to when he said these words. I was a negative person involved with negative things. I was violent, and I was in a gang. And that affiliation only exacerbates the whole incarceration experience. See, the gang was a false sense of stability, but it gave me some semblance of belonging in a place where everything seemed out of whack. I was an adolescent in a scary foreign place with no guidance or purpose. A hopeless teenager in an environment that cultivated hopelessness. And the only law I felt I needed to abide by reminded me like a popular rap song. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. So I fought continuously, trying to make a name for myself in a world where I expected to spend the rest of my life. I did what I wanted to do in an environment that glorified negative behavior as a rite of passage. I dove into this prison world with a huge splash and embraced the chaos. Maybe the judge was right. See, I was remorseful for my actions. I just didn't know how to address that remorse. I hated myself. I was ashamed of myself and my crime. So I lived recklessly, put myself in harm's way continuously, and lashed out against the system and its authority just because I had no hope for tomorrow. I was dying inside, wallowing in that self-loathing, and then making that my reality. I would ask myself, how do you find hope in a hopeless environment? And then something amazing happened. Growth and change. It happened physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Thankfully, despite being in a place of hopelessness and despair, surrounded by violence and negativity, I was able to grow and change. See, my wake-up call was really the combination of two events, but together, they were the catalyst to my move in the right direction. They gave me the incentive to not only see things differently, but they pushed me towards a newfound hope and purpose. The first event happened when I was 22 years old in a maximum security prison yard. I was talking to two associates when 15 feet away from me, about where you're sitting, two gang members, both armed, began stabbing each other with malicious intent. What made it worse was nobody seemed interested in intervening. Watching this play out before me made me realize I didn't want to die in prison. The second event happened a few days later. I called home and found out that my mother was in the hospital fighting for her life. She was diagnosed with cancer and had to undergo chemotherapy. My mom, the one person in this world who loved me unconditionally, the person who had always been there for me, was now in the hospital fighting for her life, and I couldn't be there for her. And then another harsh reality hit me. That same sense of hopelessness, pain, and suffering that I felt, I had caused on others. After that call, I went back to my cell, and through tears, I prayed for God to give my mother the strength to overcome. I also vowed to fight, just like my mother was doing at that moment, to survive, to overcome, and find the best version of myself that I could. I felt an obligation to redefine myself. I knew I had to kill my old self in order to find the real me. I also knew I had an uphill and dangerous battle ahead of me. I was gang affiliated. There's no easy way to pull out of a gang, guys. It's not a matter of saying, okay, guys, I'm over it. It's not how this works. I had to take a stand, face my dilemma head on, and accept the backlash that came with that decision. See, my mom always instilled in me, when you really want something, you gotta fight for it. And like Rome, nothing happens overnight. So I fought on more than one occasion. Okay, you got me on more than several occasions. But I was focused, adamant, and I wanted out. With perseverance, the will to fight, and positive programs, I was able to gain release from the gang. See, respecting here goes a long way, and they respected I was willing to fight for what I wanted. They also saw that I wasn't just talking positive, I was doing positive things. See, during this part of my journey, I was able to attain my general equivalency diploma, GED. Afterwards, the teacher asked me to come on as his aide, and I started helping other incarcerated individuals attain their GEDs. Even gang members. See, I ended up finding something in education that I was looking for. Hope. Now, all this happened over the course of 10 years. But like a wise, strong woman told me, Rome wasn't built in a day. When I arrived here in Sing Sing, it was when Soup started his tenure here, 2012. I was 33 years old. I saw that Sing Sing had a college program. So I enrolled in the Hudson Link for higher education. College enlightened me on the well of potential I had of not only creating goals, but achieving them. Since being here, I've attained both my associate's degree and my bachelor's degree with honors. And if you're wondering, my mother, the wise woman, she's sitting among you guys right now. Thank you. Yeah, she's winning her fight too of a hope for tomorrow and couldn't be more proud of me, especially knowing that in the next coming months, I'll be pursuing the master's degree. And in January of 2024, I'll be going to the parole board. Something I thought I'd never see. Khalil Gibran said, living is not so much about the things that happen to you as much as it is how you see the things that happen to you. Initially, I saw the judge's words as my destiny. But with determination, the will to fight, and positive programs, I was able to regain that hope that I lost. I not only redefined myself and my fate, I redefined what he said. The person he sentenced needed to be destroyed in order for this person standing in front of you to be born. Find that hope inside of yourself. Fight for it. Don't allow what people say or your environment to define who you are. Be the creator of your own destiny. And don't be discouraged if change and growth doesn't happen instantly. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. And neither was Hector J. Roman. Thank you for your time.